This Buddha was like, he looked at his wife. तुझे कबूल. I was like, हराम है ये. निकाह है ना, निकाह पे तौहीन है ये.
I mean, Tanmay Bhatt have always been relevant to media industry starting from 2010 till date.
तुम जहाँ पे आज हो हम वहाँ पे रह चुके हैं बच्चा. Samir Raina obviously took another route altogether by latent where he was completely unfiltered.
First joke doesn't land well, second joke doesn't land well, third doesn't land well.
Sannata. It is called Three of Us. So the show is all about myself and two of my alter egos.
What do you think, like, if you were in India instead of Dubai, how far you could have gone?
Now what I'm going to say, it might be controversial, but I'm going to say it. Cut it if you want to, but this is great stuff. One, in Bhatt.
Before that, we want to know your journey. And to the guys who are watching this podcast, he is my uncle.
Oh God, you promised me you're not gonna say that. Okay, he is 5 years old and you can make the calculation now.
Of course. So, Mr. Emaad, so how did your journey start with regards to comedy? And you have been into media industry from a quite long time. So let's start with that. But before that, were you always this funny and how did it start?
Oh God! Firstly, thank you so much for having me, Junaid. It's lovely to be here. Forget about my journey. We will talk about my journey, but your journey is beautiful, and we can't be more than proud for what you've been doing. In terms of me, yes, actually, I have always tried to be very loud when I'm having conversations with people. So that used to be funny sometimes. That wouldn't be funny sometimes. But I tried myself to not actively be loud in the room, but it just came within since childhood. You know what I'm saying? And comedy is because I've been watching a lot of shows. I've been watching a lot of these big comedians on YouTube, and we've also gone for live shows.
Yeah.
And then at that point of time, all the friends around me, all my cousins, family, they've all been saying, you've been going for all these shows, ja to raha hai tu, but even you should start doing comedy. Yaar. You're also as funny as they are. I said, aisa hota nahi hai. It's not possible to be on stage. I mean, I might be funny for you people. Right. And you guys know me from a long time. It's not important a third person would actually find me funny. But they mentioned you'll never know unless you try. So I gave it a shot and I reached out to one of the producers. His name is Nitesh Chaturvedi from Nick Chat Comedy. And I told him, hey, you know what? I don't want to come and watch, but I want to come and perform. He's like, yeah, let's do this. So that's how it started. And that was back in January 2022. Yes, that's when it started.
It's been almost 3 years, right?
3.5 years to be precise. I'm counting.
Okay.
About 300 shows, but who's counting?
So that has been an amazing journey. But let's go back to your childhood. How were you? Like, what's your interest at that time?
Every kid in India, okay, and everybody will agree to me, we all wanted to become pilots.
Of course, that's me.
Pilot. Then you get to school. Yes. Then you realize that you're weak in maths, you're weak in physics. The two main things. And you've never learned swimming to start with, okay? So, I mean, then with time you get to know that having dreams is okay, but having realistic dreams is very important. So that's what it came down to. And then slowly, of course, it was school. I was born and raised in Dubai, as you know. And then we moved to Bangalore. I did my high school there, college there. And by the time pilot is only for those who can study. It was never for us. And then apparently we got to know that you're supposed to do courses. Now, long story short, yeah.
Science नहीं करना है.
Science is impossible. Chemistry से थोड़ा लगाव था क्योंकि वो टीचर बहुत अच्छी थी यार. मतलब she used to tell me H plus O2 H2O whatever that is. So she was that great. I don't even know if I got the formula right. Don't quote me on this. But what I'm trying to say is, this is what it's been. And yeah, then dhire it went on. Dad has always been into business. The focus was a very funny story actually. I remember when I finished my school. So Dad was like, so what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to do BBM, Bachelor's of Business Management. He's like, great. Everybody's doing BCom, do BBM. That was my career. That was my career counseling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I reached. I did BBM in marketing, and then I came to Dubai looking for a job. Got into advertising. That's what I'm still doing at the moment. And yeah, side hustle, side passion has been stand-up comedy, alhamdulillah.
Okay, same journey happened to me. So I wanted to become a journalist, and before that, I want to become an aeronautical engineer, pilot, and so many other things. Then in 12th standard, when I told my parents that I want to do journalism, and they were like, "Beta, ye BA hai." Then I went to one comedy show when I was in college. He asked me, "What do you do?" I say, "I do BBA." "Why are you doing BBA?" Then I said, "My parents told me to do BBA."
Exactly.
Then every parent say, "Do engineer or medical." How come your parents said do BBA?
They knew exactly what you are capable of. I'm sorry. But you're doing much better than any BBA graduate would do. So that's important.
Yeah. Then I was like, okay, my parents said, BA nahi karna hai, arts se. We have to get into BCom or BBA. So I was like, okay, BBA chalte. That's the
there
only.
you go. Yeah, that's exactly. That's the best career counseling that we could get from our parents. We come from the same khandan. Trust me.
Yeah, so that's the story. And what were you interested in apart from studies? Like there are other things which you were involved in, like in terms of extracurricular activities, sports or anything.
Actually, yeah, basketball was my game for the longest time. I used to play a lot of ball back in school. No, actually, you know what? In Dubai, it was only cricket, cricket, cricket. I used to call everybody, let's go play, let's go play, let's go play, let's go play, let's go play. Then we moved to Bangalore. And when I moved to Bangalore, I went to play cricket. And then I realized I actually don't know how to play cricket. Because the competition in India, my God, these guys. And I still remember this one kid who just came right in front of me and he bowled a swing ball, yeah, straight in. I didn't even know what swing bowling was. And then he says, I wish I get selected for the house team. I said, house team with this bowling? What standards are these? So I'm like, and then slowly I got into basketball and then I kind of excelled in that. I was a basketball school captain. Even in college, I moved to another school, which is Frank Anthony Public School, purely because of my basketball certificates.
Wow.
So basketball has been my game for the longest time. And then, but then I kind of stopped in college because that college didn't really have sports. Don't ask me which college this was. I swear to God, even I've forgotten which college this was. So yeah, go on.
So yeah, and what about your interest? Like you love Punjabi music, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, yes.
So how
yes.
did that come?
Punjabi music, I used to love so much to the extent that I thought I knew the language also.
Okay.
Yeah. Till I came across one Sardarji, and my car's tire got punctured. So I could see him from far. I'm like, this is the time for me to shine. I reached out to him. I'm like, with all the Punjabi that I think I know, I'm like, Papa ji, gaddi the tire puncture ho gaya si. So he replies, khol mein chal liya gaddi te. Shit, this is out of syllabus. Gaddi the tire puncture ho gaya si. So again he responded in Punjabi. I couldn't understand anything. Then he's like, Athaya, putar, Athaya. What happened? Sir, वो गाड़ी का टायर पंचर हो गया, वो जैक नहीं निकल रहा है, मतलब that's when I said, I will listen to the music, I'll never act smart, I'll never talk in that language. I swear to God.
Oh, why is it Punjabi music? Is it the energy which you love or
So the
vibe?
thing is, you know what? Back then it was Bollywood when I was in school. Went to Bangalore, and then everybody used to listen to hip hop and all of that stuff. So I used to listen to a lot of Punjabi because my brother used to live in Dubai then, and he used to send me mixes. And these were unheard remixes that I used to basically go and show off in front of my friends. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. So then I kind of got into it completely. I used to listen to it for the longest time. I think that was it. And then after that, when I went to college, it was house music and all of that stuff, with whatever the trend was. But yeah, my heart is still in Punjabi music. But they don't make great music anymore. Not like how it used to be, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, for me, I love Punjabi music because it's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
Yeah, it's the energy. Whenever you put any song, especially wedding songs, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that goes without saying. When whatever said and done, that's one music that will make you dance, even if you don't know the steps. Because all you have to do is jump, right? That's what those guys do.
So let's get back into a comedy, and we will understand your stand-up comedy journey. As you mentioned that because of your friends, your family who told, okay, you can be a good comedian, right? But one of the thing which you mentioned is you are loud.
Yes.
Being loud is one of the good factor for any tell many people, if you're loud, bhai kuch bhi kar sakte ho aap life mein.
I think it's just not, see, now it complements my work, being loud.
Yes.
It's not important that just because I'm loud or I'm more of an extrovert, I'll be funny on stage.
Yes.
I need to make sure that I'm writing the right content. I'm reaching out to the right audiences. I'm being relatable, or I'm being very, very creative in my writing, or anything of that sort. So that's the journey of basic. Anybody can just come on stage and try to be a little loud. It's not important that people would laugh. They'll be like, there's somebody who came in and he had a weird sense of what do you call that, performing, and he was just shouting and he left. He wasn't even funny. So it basically, being loud just kind of complements me being on stage. And I'm a very physical comic on stage. I try to use the stage a lot. I try to make expressions and all of that stuff. So that basically helps my writing. It backs up, all these extra things usually backs up my writing.
So basically, when you're writing any scripts for the show, so what's the core thing which you look at when writing any joke?
So there are lots of ways of basically writing. There are observational, there are anecdotal, there's improv, there's alt comedy. There's a lot happening. Now, I am not like a professional writer. Like, nobody taught me how to write. Number one, I've never written. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even back in school, worst thing I would do is ever writing. I hate writing. But what happens when comedy is, because you have a lot of observation. Like, I believe, like, I'm 39 years old, alhamdulillah. I have 39 hours of comedy in me. I just have to go back. What happened in school? What happened in college? What happened the first time I met a girl? What was the first time that I spoke to a girl? What was the first time I had a girlfriend? XYZ. So all these stories come in. So talking about how to write, obviously, there's a structure to actual writing. There's a setup, there's a premise, there's a punchline, there are tags. If it's a longer set, there's a tag that keeps coming. There are callbacks, and there are a lot of elements to writing a joke. That is always there. But for me, the way and what's helped me is, if there is a pun, if there is a joke, if there is something that is funny, I would hold on to that thought. You hold on to that thought, and then you structure a story around it. And in that story, should not be too long. If it's too long, then you should have small jokes in between to make sure that you make it as tight as possible. The first time you write a joke, it could be funny, it could not be funny. But if you see potential, you can always see what's coming in, and then you basically remove the fat. Fat is basically where there's silence in the room. People are just coming to the punch. And if the punch is not strong, what were they silent for? So it's always about working. Like, for example, one joke would be a 4 on 10 today. The same joke, you do the third or fourth time, it becomes a 5 on 10. Then you do it 10, 15, 20 times, it becomes an 8 on 10. Sometimes you'll just get so flawless at it that it becomes a 12 on 10. It's only because, like how singers... Delivery, exactly. Just like how singers do riyaz every day in the morning.
Yes.
That's how our riyaz is going on stage. This is our riyaz, just going on stage, either doing the same jokes, or doing an old joke, or doing a new joke altogether. But as long as you're going on stage and you are performing, that's what makes thing. Even a decent joke, which is not so funny, if delivered well, would do wonders. Would do wonders in a room. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. You mentioned about couple of types in comedy which you do, improv and some other. Can you just explain it like in one sentence about each type?
Observational. Like, for example, I do a joke where I talk about, when you go to the baggage belt, there is just one bag going all across.
Yes.
None of us know
whose bag it is.
You've observed that, okay? And then I would do something like, and all of us are just looking at that bag. That happens with everybody. And then I would just get up and say, you give that bag so much of importance, that bag is looking right at you. I become the bag itself and I start moving. So you've observed something, number one. This is a tangible asset. You observe two other people talking about. Anecdotal is something that's happened to you. And alt is something that I would do apart from what I usually do, these other things. So improv is something that you basically take the different types of improv comedies. You basically take something from the audience and then you make something out of it. And then there's crowd work. Crowd is basically having conversations with some people and you just get the joke out of it. There are different sorts of comedy. I'm still covering everything. Sometimes I'm doing everything, but I don't know. I wouldn't be able to term what comedy this was, what was that. That's what it is.
Got it. So I think crowd work is something which works lots on social media right now. People love putting things on crowd work.
The thing about crowd work, I'll tell you. Like, for example, most of them usually put crowd work reels purely because they have to promote their own show that they're traveling with,
Yes.
or they're doing in another club at some point of time, or they're touring India or the world and all of that stuff. So basically, crowd work is also appreciated by the audience because the audience is very smart. They know he just removed that joke from his sleeves. You know what I'm saying? He just happened to say, what timing? You ask a question and then you get a response.
Yeah.
So that is something that's appreciated by the crowd. So that's why you get more laughter. Sometimes your jokes will probably get a lesser decibel of a laughter, but your crowd will get more because the audience is too smart to understand what did you just deliver. So what people do is they put that reel and that kind of goes viral, or some people watch it and all of that stuff. Through that, they basically push to get people to their shows for their special, whatever the special is. So that's how it basically functions.
But how do you get that comeback? For example, I'm in your crowd and you ask me something, I answer you back, and you answer it within a second. Like you make fun of me within a second. How do you get that?
That's just your gut that comes out. You just never know. See, it's not important. See, it's not important that every time I'm asking someone anything, he is ready to give me something. Like, for example, if I ask you, what's your name?
Okay.
What's your name?
Junaid.
Junaid. I would try to act like as if I didn't hear it properly. Example.
Yeah.
And if there is something funny that is next to Junaid, I would do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So what happens in crowd work is when I'm asking you a question out of the 50 people there, you are already nervous to answer.
Yeah.
You might even forget what your name is. So that within that fraction of a second, you need to make sure that you're coming up with something. But if you are calm and composed and you respond to first 3 questions well, I won't waste my time. I will go to the next one, or I will go to the next one, or I will just stop it at that, get the next comedian, or I'll do a joke, or I'll probably slide in a crowd work from someone else. So that's how it basically functions.
Got it. So let's speak about your journey in comedy. So first time when you got on stage, like how were you? And like first 5 sets we will speak about stage time where you have spent. How was your first experience?
So my first experience, my God, I was super duper nervous. Not that I still get
Did
nervous.
you practice before going
Yeah,
on stage?
yeah, multiple times. Not on stage. Obviously, I practiced in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
Just like how we did back in elocution contest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So first time I remember, I was very nervous, very very nervous. I knew I just knew I just know the set, a 6-minute set from 0:01 second to till 6 minutes. I had completely mugged it. There was a little bit of a modulation. I reached out to two of my very close peers, Nitesh and Varun Bhatia, and I basically told them about the set, and they told me you should change this, whatever, and I was ready. And I still remember my first gig. I took 35 people and went. So I'm like, either they laugh at me or they laugh at my jokes, but they will laugh for sure. The entire fraternity, my family, friends, all of them were there.
Okay.
And that show, I would say, actually went great. Though it was my first, I actually could deliver, but I could never have eye contact with anybody. To start with, there was a lot of light on my face, which was a blessing in disguise. I couldn't see anybody. And I got on stage also and said, great. कोई दिख नहीं रहा है मुझे, कुछ भी बोल के मैं निकल जाऊंगा. That's exactly what I said. Over there also, to that also they laughed because it was something that I just made at that point of time. Because you get that appreciation at that point.
Yeah.
When the entire set went, I didn't forget anything. I did everything and it was great. Alhamdulillah, everybody laughed. Oh my God, first time, nobody does it so well.
That was for 6 minutes.
That was for 6 minutes. My first set was 6 minutes.
Okay.
I took some learnings from that and I went to the second show. And I was taking the breaks where it was required. I was being slow, calm, composed. That point of time, I didn't call many friends. I must have called 8 or 9 of them. And that evening, that night after that show, I wanted to stop doing comedy. Sannata. Nobody is listening. Even if they were listening, they're not understanding. I don't know what it was. The room was completely dead. Now, it would have been okay if the others also did not do well.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
It was
Everybody killed. I messed big time. I got done. I had recorded it, and then I saw both the videos, and then I sent it to a few friends of mine. They said, "Ha, bro, you have done great. You know, you stopped in between and all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff." I'll talk about the third show. Third show, I did great. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it right, and I got it back, got on my feet, and it went great.
Got it.
So at that point of time, these 3 videos went to my friend in Bangalore, Sanil Shah, very close friend.
Okay.
So he's like, bro, जब तूने पहला वाला भेजा था ना तो बहुत अच्छा था. सेकंड वाला मैं सोच ही रहा था कि तुझे बोल दूं यार रहने दे, अभी रहने देते तूने यू टिक द बकेट लिस्ट यार ब्रो, इट्स ओके यार, मतलब यू नो कर लिया ना, बस शौक पूरा कर लिया. बट ब्रो आफ्टर टुडेज वीडियो आई थिंक यू शुड कंटिन्यू बिकॉज यू डिलीवर्ड अमेजिंग. सो देन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह slowly 5 6 8 10 whatever hundreds of shows went alhamdulillah. Yeah, that's been the thing.
I guess your friends and your siblings have been a great support in your journey.
Oh yes. Of course. There was a time I should take my jokes to my friends and to my siblings, and if they smile, I would know that this is going to be great because they already know my timing or the way I write or the way I think and the way I talk, right? So if they smile, I know for a fact that outside it will at least go well. I'll get laughter. So that's that. Yeah.
Got it. So after 5 shows, like how did your growth happen over the time? And still you're growing. So how was your journey from 5 to 300? What changes you have seen in you?
So I obviously I've gotten a little more relaxed on stage. Number one, I have a few jokes that I've written that always kind of work as I get on stage. Okay, whether it is opening for somebody or whether it's doing a small mic, but I still get very, very paranoid and nervous if I'm going on stage, even if it's a 300 time or 250 time or 100 time on stage, if I'm going with something new.
Okay.
Because when you write something new, in your head, it is the most funniest joke in the world. But when you don't get that laughter, now you are completely gone down. And now my throat gets dried. And sometimes it happens that once you go, you start with a new joke.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't work. And then you need to revive yourself by doing something that is done before. So it is a roller coaster of emotions while you're on stage. I still remember I went for a talent contest. Not talent contest. It was a open mic where there were singers, there was a play, there were dancers, there were everything, and one person was stand-up comedy, and that was me.
Okay.
And they are like, Emaad, तो आपने तो बहुत किया है, बहुत आपको लास्ट में भेजेंगे. अरे आप तो मतलब आप ही हो, आप शो हो आज की. You are the show for today, यार.
Yeah.
You can't go in the front start. You have to go in the end. मैं बोला इतनी इज्जत दे ही रहो तो. Everything got done. I got on stage and I thought of a joke. अरे यार, यहाँ पे इतना सारा talent देखा मैंने. I mean, look at these guys. Today I feel I'm talentless. So in my mind, this is very funny. Because I wanted them, it was a self-deprecating joke. In my mind, this was very funny. Sannata. Tuck, when one thing went down. And then I tried another new joke. Tuck went down. I had to revive myself to make sure that if people come and say, hey, good set, then I had to indirectly go and tell. Actually, today I tried new. वैसे तो मैं funny हूँ. आज थोड़ा सा अलग try करने की सोच रहा था मैं. So, you do it. It's weird sometimes. Yesterday I did a show. Yesterday I opened for Nirmal Pillai. And I had them throughout. The last joke did not land. The last joke, I was like, man, I had them throughout. Like, and this is a joke that I've been doing for so many months, years. I'm like, you know what? It happens. You just cannot do anything about it.
So, for example, you go on a stage and your first joke doesn't land well, second joke doesn't land well, third doesn't land well. So, what would be your reaction and what would go in your mind?
So, we all have set times. We have, some people get 8 minutes, some people get 12 minutes, some people get 15 minutes. I have had time slots of 15 minutes and I have got down on 6 minutes. Yes, it's happened. When you know for a fact something is not working, the second one does not work. If your best of the best joke don't work, you see if you can revive yourself. If you cannot revive yourself, just gracefully
Come down.
come down. Because I actually cannot cater to all the audiences every time.
Yeah.
Because if I would, I don't know where I would have been. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, inshallah, hopefully I get there at one point of time.
Yeah.
But not every single time. Like I cannot really reach out to the Gen Z so well, maybe.
Yeah.
I might not reach out to the old audiences so well. You know, maybe mid 30s to 40s is my audience. Maybe, I don't know, that might be my niche. But it's not important every time. So if the first joke does not land, second joke does not, third, fourth does not land, what do? I don't have that ego in me कि नहीं इनको हंसा के जाऊंगा, छोड़ूंगा नहीं, मेरे को 15 मिनट मिले मैं 15 मिनट खत्म करूंगा ना. You gracefully leave the stage, you do something, you kind of gauge the audience what they want. And I have a few jokes for these people also. Jokes that I never want to do. Jokes that I know are not funny. But those jokes always land. Because, and I don't have many of those, so I can't always do that, right? So you just do that, you gracefully leave, and life is great.
Got it.
It's happened. Sometimes I've got 15 minutes, I've gotten down after 21 minutes. I'm enjoying the producers like,
Yeah.
as long as people are laughing, we just need a good show.
Does this happen with everyone, like big comedians as well?
I don't know. So they'll definitely not tell me if it happens.
No, I mean when you are watching any show, something like that.
It's never happened in a special that somebody has done, but I've seen interviews, I've seen podcasts, I've seen a lot of shows where people like great comedians of India have gone to rooms where nobody even knows them. They've done sets, they've tried new jokes for 11, 12 people in a bar in Bombay or Delhi where nobody even knows who they are. And they fill auditoriums of 2,000, 3,000. It happens. And that's the only way you can test new jokes, right? You can't, the only way to test jokes is by going at open mics and all.
So, can we speak about a bit on comedian journey of growth? Like for example, you start from one phase where you felt okay, I think I am funny, and you do couple of open mics, then you get shows, openings, and so many other things. So, how would the journey of any comedian look like?
The journey of a comic is never ending to start with. You start writing. If possible, you do workshops of how to write. You start doing, write your first 5 minute, you try it in open mics, you write your next 5 minute, and then you make it a set of 15 minutes, or you have different premises that you work on. You try to make a set of it. So journey is all about just making sure you do your open mics again and again and again and again. Try showcasing from 5 minutes, you reach 10 minutes, 10 minutes to 15 minutes, 15 to 20, 25. That's how you basically start building set. You do some set of material that is okay for bars. You write a few set that is okay for corporate shows, because that's what big journey is about, doing shows in open mics and then eventually doing bigger shows, and then possibly, getting shows where you open for big comedians, and then you build on your own set. Then you make your trial shows. The trial shows become a proper solo shows. And then once that goes well, alhamdulillah, you kind of get viral on Instagram or YouTube or whatever that is. And then you basically take it abroad. Then you take it overseas. You start with 200 seats, then you go to 500 seats, you go 1,000 seats, I mean, just like Zakir Khan is a prime example, Bassi, Harsh Gujral, all these, everybody, they all started the same way. They all started the same way. Everybody has a unique voice and they have their audience. Munawar Farooqi, when they started doing open mics, everybody, that's how it basically, some people make it huge. Some people are still trying to make it huge. It's part and parcel. It's part and parcel of how a journey starts, and it doesn't end till you want it to end.
Of course.
Some people, okay, fine, I'm done with doing comedy. Now I want to start writing. I want to write for other people. I want to become a content creator now.
So, is it like Tanmay Bhatt is one of the prime example for that?
There you go. Beautiful example. He started, they used to write for ads, they used to write for Filmfare.
Filmfare, yeah.
They used to they had their own
Show,
group.
EIB.
They had spoofs. They did the roast and then they had a decline. But they're still back. He has Tanmay Reacts. He has just so many things happening. He is actually the backbone of so many ads, so many events that we see. We don't even know what's happening.
I mean, Tanmay Bhatt have always been relevant to media industry starting from 2010 till date.
Yes, exactly.
Because he started with Filmfare ads, then he got into comedy, AIB, then AI. Right now he's into startups and so many other things.
Yes. He's doing everything in his power to make sure that his creativity is worked upon. That's about it.
Because no other comedian or no other artist have reached on that level ki they can relate to every generation and every time period. Like for example 2010 to 2015, things have changed, things have evolved over the time, but Tanmay Bhatt is the person who have cracked all the things.
That's so right. It's all about learning, right? You don't stop learning in life. We get lazy, like he's a prime example. He just didn't stop learning. He just kept learning, kept executing, and that's exactly why it is worked out for him.
What does audience want? What are they looking for in a joke? For example, there is mass people, they are looking for some things, right? And every comedian have unique voice, as you mentioned. I see Zakir Khan have a different voice. Samir and I have different voice. That is crazy. They have created the community and they are looking for the same thing.
True.
So what does audience they are looking for?
Audience, when they come to a bar, there are many different kinds of audiences. For example, there would be a Tinder date.
Yeah.
A first Tinder date would be in a comedy show. He would bring a girl to the comedy show so that they're picked upon, and then they're made a couple, and then things go great for both of them. Example, a couple.
Yeah.
Couple sometimes want to not just go to a bar and drink. Probably they want to go and laugh. They don't want to dance. They want to have a good time. Listen to jokes. Some people don't. So many people I know of come to the bar, come to our shows in bars and all these places for the first time. They're like, oh, we actually did not know there's a comedy show that happens in Dubai. We only know about the big shows that happen in Coca-Cola Arena and Dubai Opera. We'll come for your shows, keep us updated and all that. People are out there just to have fun. There are different kinds of people. So there is a culture, especially in Dubai. Western expats finish work, they want to go chill with colleagues, chill with friends. So instead of having a conversation, they'll go to a comedy show. Indians and Desis, for that matter, would want to go after work, they would want to go home and chill, or they would want to come for a comedy show, depending on what. The reason, just relax, man, 8 to 5, they are gone every single day. Their bosses might not be listening to them. For whatever reason, they're not meeting target. They just want to chill, maybe drink, or maybe have shisha, or do whatever they want to do just to chill and have a nice time. It's basically like a stress buster for them, where they forget everything that's happening and they just want to laugh. Even if they don't find anything, they just release their stress coming to a show like this, you know. That's what it was.
Yeah. So why did latent work, India Got Latent work, like every individual of my generation, they were fan of Samir Raina.
They were, yeah, of course. He's a cult. See, some comedians, some artists have a cult following. Like Zakir Khan has a cult following. Munawwar Farooqi has a cult following. Okay, anything
And it's their story?
It's their story, it's their journey, it's relatability. Samir Raina obviously took another route altogether by latent, where he was completely unfiltered, and people, I reckon the India's youth today doesn't care. They are unfiltered in their own lives. So यार ये तो यही बोल रहा है जो हम बोलते हैं यार. ये तो वही बोल रहा है जो मैं अरे तेरे को ऐसी तो गाली दी थी मैंने. You know what I'm saying? They just love it when it is completely unfiltered. They don't want anybody to stop them. यार ये मत बोलो मुझे, मैं करूँगा जो मेरे को करना है. Especially the new audiences, the new Gen Zs, they're like, dude, this is our life. This is what you want. And there is nothing wrong in how they want to live. So like for example, Munawwar Farooqi, I remember when I basically, so Alhamdulillah, I have opened for a lot of big comedians.
Can you name those?
It started from Saurabh Pant, Atul Khatri, Jiveshu Aluwalia, Vipul Goel, one of my favorite, the best comedians in India, in my eyes, Vipul Goel, Gaurav Kapoor, Harsh Gujral, Anubhav Singh Bassi, Munawwar Farooqi,
Kamra.
Kunal Kamra, thank you. Yeah, you've done your research, not bad.
Of course.
So Kunal Kamra. What I'm trying to say is, so everybody I have opened for, I've always had people come to me. Abhishek Upmanyu, another one. What I'm saying is that the thing is, after every show, I would meet people outside. They would always come and say, hey, great set, nice set, can I follow you on Instagram and da.
They do.
Yeah, they do. Some of them do. And because I usually after the show, if I'm outside or they've come to take a photograph with the artist, I would if I'm there, and they would come and they would see me and they would meet me and they would talk to me, and I have small great set, whatever. Long, some people say long way to go, or this. It's all good, not a problem. So I used to get a little bit of a follower count after doing
reposting.
for all of them stuff. Yeah, exactly. But after I opened for Munawwar Farooqi, on 2 occasions, both the times, I had a spike of followers, at least 8-9x of what I usually get. You know why? Because what I believed is that भाई के लिए इमाद ने open किया है, तो बनता है. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Association.
Yeah, I mean like भाई के साथ stage पे ये था यार, तो he is great.
Yeah.
Irrespective of anything. So the follower count went 8x, 9x, purely because, in fact, mid-show, at Munawwar Farooqi's mid-show, one guy stood up and said, Abhi follow karo Emaad bhai ko, abhi follow karo. He did that mid-show. And I was taken aback. I'm like, dude, thank you. What else should I say? Not a part of my set. I didn't plant him there. He just wanted to do whatever he wanted to do. That was insane. And I remember the meet and greet of Munawwar Farooqi. Literally everybody, if there were 100 people, example, who came and took a photograph with Munawwar Farooqi, at least 40 people came and took a photograph with me as well. Can you imagine? So when I say cult following, Zakir Khan, Madison Square, 30,000, 20,000 people, cult following. So everybody has their own voice. Zakir, alhamdulillah, is relatable to that audiences. Samay is related to that audience. Munawar Farooq is related to that audiences. You know, Jiveshu is related to that audiences. Amit Tandon is related to another sect of audiences altogether. So that's how
I mean, they are playing an important role in their community's life. For example, me, I can relate to Samay, I can relate to Zakir at some point. And there are people like, and it's not the same style for they are relating to me. Everyone have their own
different style. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah, everybody has their own voice, and you just look at how you can relate to the story. अरे यार मेरे साथ भी तो हुआ एक बार. अरे यार हम सोचते हैं ये इन्होंने बोल दिया. You know?
I mean, that's
thinking. Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking of this. अरे यार इसने तो बोल. अरे ये तो सही बोल रहा है. अरे कैसे पता चला इसको? You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of writing. That's the
I mean, that's content.
That's the beauty of basically reaching out to each. That's the beauty of reaching out to the masses.
True.
That's the best part about it.
How are these guys in person? Like, how are they?
Amazing. Each and everybody I have met who have opened for, amazing. Akash Gupta, Abhishek Upmanyu, Vipul Goel, Jiveshu Aluwalia, Anubhav Singh Bassi, Harsh Gujral, all of them are very, very respectful because there is a different kind of respect that they have for artists, especially if it's an opening act. Because you know what? They look at me and they're like, we know what he's going through. We know how happy he is that he's opening for me today because I also used to open. At the opera, Dubai Opera, when I opened for Anubhav Singh Bassi, there was a green room for Bassi, which was obviously big. I had a small green room as well. He took a photograph of his, of the placard that was kept outside, Anubhav Singh. And there was another room which said opening act green room. He came and took a photograph of that as well. Arey, ye bhi lenge? Ye bhi lenge? Bhai, iska bhi lenge? You know?
Yeah.
Very, very nice people. Very, very genuine.
And what do you guys speak when you meet? Do you speak about your jokes?
No, never actually. Never really discussed a joke with anybody because they usually ask how much time are you doing and what is your context about, what kind of
style.
The style or whatever. Actually, that's also very rare. Nobody really does that. Sometimes they ask what is going to be your last joke so that we'll be ready to come on stage.
Yeah.
They never come and discuss ye mat karna, ye karo, ye karo. No. They give the complete liberty. I still remember when I was opening for Munawar Farooqi and he was like. मैंने उनको बोला he was supposed to get on stage at 4:45. Okay, we are at 4:30 right now. And he has to get on stage at 4:45. So we are at 4:32. मैंने बोला भाई आपको स्टेज पे जाना है 4:45 को. अगर मैं 4:35 को पहुंचा ना स्टेज पे तो मैं 10 मिनट करूंगा, ठीक है ना. और अगर 4 ज़्यादा हुआ तो मैं उतना ही कम करते जाऊंगा. मतलब if I go late, I'll do 6 minutes or 8 minutes. ये ले भाई ये सब छोड़, 4:45 छोड़, तू कर. तू 10 कर, तू 15 कर, तू 20 कर, तू सबको हंसा क्या. तू ये सब लेके मत जा के अरे भाई को जाने का ये टाइम पे ये सब नहीं. तू बस जा, enjoy your time and you call me on stage. That's all I want, nothing else.
Okay.
Imagine.
That's crazy. That's about your journey. Let's do a bit masterclass for comedy 101.
Oh God, I can't teach for anything. For मेरे से पढ़ाई मेरे को सीखना और सिखाना नहीं होता मेरे से. Oh God.
Okay, so let's play an activity. I give you a situation for you. You go to a restaurant and you order biryani.
Okay. एक तो मैं बाहर की बिरयानी खाता नहीं हूँ. But anyways, go on. मैं तो घर की बिरयानी खाता हूँ. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. So you order biryani, but waiter comes after 5 minutes and he says, "ये लो आपकी biryani," and he gives you salad. What would be your reaction be?
I'll be like मैं चाइनीज रेस्टोरेंट में आ गया हूँ क्या भाई. ये रेस्टोरेंट देखो, आदमी पहचानना, सैलेड क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे. पबला अच्छा मेरे शरीर पे पैसे दे रहा हूँ, बिरयानी लेके आई हो तो. एक तो मैं घर का वहाँ खाता नहीं हूँ और उसमें तुम ये लेके आ रहे हो मुझे. So I don't know, maybe that would be a reaction, but I don't think I'll be so rude to a waiter, man. Come on. What situation is this? But yeah, okay.
Okay, fine. So your next situation be you are in a class and you are cheating.
Okay.
And your class teacher or someone, your invigilator will come to you and say, she catches you and she will be, why are you cheating?
Because I did not study, ma'am. But you pressed on a crazy subject here, my friend. Forget what teacher, forget invigilator. Have you ever cheated in school?
Of course, yeah.
What was the what? Okay, wait. Cheating is cheating. Everybody does. What was the worst you have done in terms of cheating in exams? Final exams. Hey, let's do this. Hey, done, man. College is done.
Okay, let's see a semester. It was first semester of my exam. I was in 9th standard. I was quite good in studies, but eventually downfall happened at that time. I was like, भाई मुझे वापस rank पे आना है.
Okay.
So what I did
Rank ये क्या होता है?
like
मेरा कभी नहीं आया. Anyway, sorry.
yeah. So what I did is I took a paper and I kept a paper behind that paper and I started writing in that.
So there was a paper.
Yeah.
What was there in it?
There was nothing. It was a plain paper.
Okay.
And upper notes.
Okay.
And I kept the paper inside. I started writing
Okay.
tightly.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a good trick for people to copy.
So you before the exam,
Yeah.
you took a paper.
Yeah.
You wrote everything, all the answers.
Yes.
Okay.
On a notebook. And there was a paper behind it.
Okay.
I tore that paper. I got in. And I kept it in the cupboard. I went to the class.
And how did you write? By strafing it and understanding what was written behind.
Yes.
You took a pencil and you shit, and then you understood what is there. So because great, smart,
Okay.
very smart. Okay,
Then
great.
invigilator came.
Great way to do it. सही जा रहे हैं हम लोग. Empowering the youth. Copy ऐसे करते हैं. मैं और बताने वाला हूँ, but इसका देखते हैं. हाँ.
Okay. Invigilator came. He took my paper for signing. And my heart, I was very nervous. I was shaking. Then he took the paper out and he could see something which was pressed on the paper, on the plain paper there. Then he caught that. He was like, he saw this. He took the paper and he went outside. And after the exam, my vice principal, my headmaster, they called me.
Oh, great. It's a sad story. Oh my God.
No one should get inspired
पेपर
for
निकला,
that.
दुर्घटना घटी. पेपर इन्वेस्टर भाई तुम जहाँ पे आज हो हम वहाँ पे रह चुके हैं बच्चा. ये पुरानी टैक्टिक्स है. And then after that,
Vijay, what is this? What are you trying to do? You were so good at studies.
oh God. And you got caught. What happened in that exam? 0?
No, they passed me. I was passed.
You copied. How did you pass?
Yeah.
It was a warning because you were
Yeah,
a good
it was
boy.
a warning, yeah. I was good as a, like, I was very decent in my...
Very innovative. भाई टेक्स्ट बुक लेके जाता था अंदर.
Wow.
टेक्स्ट बुक लेके जाता था मैं. I used to keep it in the lap here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm sure you know.
How many invigilators you had?
One.
One. We had 2.
Great. And you know, I don't know if you know, of course you know, my real Emaad Siddiqui is what people call me, but my actual name is Abdul Qadir Siddiqui.
Yes.
तो हर दुनिया के सारे स्कूल और कॉलेजेस में मैं रोल नंबर 1. रोल नंबर 1. एग्जाम के पहले, बिफोर द एग्जाम, they used to write.
Yeah.
So roll number 1 you start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that.
Yeah.
I used to go half an hour before. I used to rub it. I used to start one from behind. 1, 2, 3. One starts from behind. So that I can keep my textbook here. And this used to be the window.
Okay.
और वहाँ पे नीचे नहीं, it's just bags kept.
Yeah,
So I used to keep it over here. And I did it once. And I stopped doing it. Not because I got caught.
Okay.
Because to take the textbook and also to go in, you should study.
Of course.
You understand my point? I never used to ask anybody, भाई मेरे को जरा आंसर बताना उसका सेक्शन बी का से नहीं. मैं बोलता था भाई सेक्शन 2 सब सेक्शन ए चैप्टर बता दे भाई, आंसर यहीं पे पड़ा है तो चैप्टर. This was my thing. But eventually I got caught also once. Yeah, it was a bad scene. Bad scene. Yeah. Can't talk about that right now. ये मजे एक बार टेक्स्ट बुक लेके गया था, उसके बाद पकड़ा भी नहीं गया, बट पकड़ा कभी और गया था मैं यार, because I had taken a wrong turn. Yeah.
Okay, let's see a scenario. It's on your observation right now.
Okay.
You go to a wedding and you see a very fat uncle dancing.
Okay.
So what would be your reaction be? What comes to your mind at that time when you see that uncle dancing?
जवानी के दिन जी रहा है वो, बुढ़ापे में और क्या ही बोलो तेरे को. I'm telling you, this is crazy. I was in Bombay for a wedding. Okay. And it was like that semi halal, makru wedding. You know, where there is sangeet, there is music.
Yeah.
There are no drink, alcohol and all, of course, not stuff. But then all this, this sangeet,
Sangeet and everything.
boys and girls together, they're dancing, and etc. One uncle was there, and he goes like, astaghfirullah. haram hai ye nikah hai now nikah pe tawheen hai and we just listen to this old uncle, this music, gaane mausiqi ye sab chal raha hai, astaghfirullah kahan kyun bulaya humko yahan pe and all that stuff. He's acting very thing like that, sitting with his wife only. And then the DJ played one song. You'll be surprised. He played a remix, but the remix started off with like, मैं तुझे कबूल, तू मुझे कबूल. This Buddha was like, I said, my cousin, who's very cousin of yours at the wedding, he went, uncle, chacha, abhi kaise? नहीं, ये Islamic गाने हैं, ये Islamic गाने. Just because the movie started, खुदा गवाह. You know what I'm saying? The way he looked at his wife, मैं तुझे कबूल. I was like, son. He remembered his old days. These things, I mean, as I told you, I was talking about how observational comedy and all that. These things just come from, they're there. They're out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just have to hold on to it, hold on to that thought, and, maybe write. Because every joke is half fiction and half non-fiction. You make something up and then something is happening with you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what it's always been. It's great.
But how is it? Like, what's the first story you see? It's a setup?
For me?
Yeah.
It's a joke first.
It's a joke.
Like this
Punchline?
Punchline. And then you try to
create a
build around it. That's how I do. It doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody does like this. I do it like this. And it's worked for me on stage. And people have been laughing or whatever. They laugh, they enjoy. That's that.
Okay, so we come from a same hometown.
Yes, of course.
You go to Bhatkal and you see weird reactions. Anything. That could be anything.
No, I see weird reactions. No, I actually see weird reactions. Dude, I studied in I studied in Bangalore. I was in the Bhatkali Jamaat hostel.
Yeah.
I lived in Bangalore alone. The only condition Dad had was, if you are staying alone in Bangalore, you have to be in the hostel. Nowhere else. That was the condition. That's where
Condition by whom?
My dad.
Okay.
Bangalore, if you stay alone, you have to be in the Bhatkali Jamaat hostel.
Okay.
You're not staying alone anywhere. I said, okay, I'll do it. No problem. That's where I got interactions with Bhatkali people, with Nawai people. Till then, I did not know anybody. So I meet them, all of them are friends, blah, 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 whatever. Friendship. 5 years over, I left. I came to Dubai, then I went to Bhatkal. When I go to Bhatkal, now these people are talking to me. I don't know who they are. And they're like, I was in the hostel. Remember, you used to come late. I used to open the gate for you. I said, dude. Now, the problem is the precedent was sometimes used to come late. And many people have opened the gate for me.
Yeah.
But it's not, remember, people change, their looks change. It's not important that I will remember who they are, right? And then they should be like, I forgotten me, Auto Sir, you don't remember me anymore. I used to so many times open the gate for you. And you. I said, bro, thank you so much. Now, the worst part is, I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Because this story was out there in the market that Emaad comes late. Okay? And we are opening the gate for him. So, वैसे बोलने के लिए बोल दो कि हाँ मैं भी I have also opened the gate for you. So this has happened multiple times. I don't even know half their names. I mean, they're all great people. I meet them whenever I meet them. Obviously talk with a lot of respect. But यार मुझे ये मत करना जो बचपन में होता है ना. Just tell who is which uncle this is. वो नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Just do not ask me that question because I will not be able to answer. My mom did it 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
To me. Do you remember who she is? I'm like, dude, you know what? How old I am now? Like, really? Do you remember? I said, no, I don't remember. What else would I say? Yeah? I said, I don't remember. But obviously, I did it in a very casual, comedic way so that she knows that I know her. But truth, I don't know who she was, quite frankly. So, yeah.
So, this happened to me once. Yeah. They said, Tu walkhalo maka? I said, walkhalo now ka.
Oh, boy. Dude, well, this is still okay. Now, what I'm going to say, it might be controversial, but I'm going to say it. Cut it if you want to, but this is great stuff. In Bhatkal, I went, wherever I went, this lady is wearing a hijab, nakab, and she looks at me. You know who I am? I'm like, no, dude, I can't see you. Who are you? How will I recognize you? You are covered everywhere. You are first seeing me after ages. When I say ages, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I don't even know. I don't even know who you are to remember. Have I ever seen you before? I'm like, You people forget, yeah. You guys, people go to Dubai and Bangalore and you forget Amir Khan. I'm like, dude. No, I'm like, yes, 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 yes. And then they also understand it's embarrassing, so then they stop asking these questions. Like, really. It happens every single time. It happens every single time. Goes without saying.
So let's come to the last segment of this podcast.
Already last? I just got here, man. God, it was so much fun. Anyways, go. Sorry.
Yeah. So I want to know about the comedy special which is happening in the month of October. What is it about? Dubai Comedy Festival. If I'm
Yes,
not
yes, Alhamdulillah. Yes, yes, yes. I was very blessed and privileged to be a part of the Dubai Comedy Festival to start with. And the show is going to be called, it is called Three of Us. So the show is all about myself and two of my alter egos.
Got it.
And the show is going to be divided into three parts. One is where I talk about my journey in Dubai and what I've been doing in Dubai and all of that stuff, and my experiences, anecdotal observations, and all of that stuff. And the second segment is going to be my alter ego, who is who is an old Irani man who's lived in Dubai for 40 years. His journey in Dubai, and parallelly, the third segment is going to be a Malayali, a Keralite, a Kerala born who moved to Dubai 20 years ago. So that's the story. So this kind of, completes Dubai because Iranis have been here for the longest time.
Of course.
Me as an Indian, I've been there for long, and Keralites have been there for the longest time. So it's more like an entire story and a setup about it. It's about 1 hour and 10 minutes as of today. I have an opening act with me as well, and I have a few other performances as well. So inshallah, it's happening on the 5th of October in the New Covent Garden in the Mall of Emirates, inshallah. So yeah.
You have come so far as a comedian, mashallah. So, let's say comedy culture in India is very big compared to Dubai.
Oh yes.
So, what do you think, like, if you were in India instead of Dubai, how far you could have gone in terms of audience, people, community, or culture? Could you have got on that level?
See, 3.5 years ago, I didn't know how to be doing a special right now. You getting my point?
Yeah.
You just never know who is doing when, who is doing what, and what it is. If I was in India, how would be? I have no idea. But an assumption is that there's fierce competition in India. Okay. Fierce competition. Like I will explain to you. As I told you about Riyaz, as I told you about how going on stage every time is practice. Now you will answer me this situation.
Okay.
If I do 5 shows in a week in Dubai, it's a great week for me. Okay, for example, out of 7 days, if I do 5 shows, great week. I tried new material, I did old material, I had laughs, I bombed, I killed, all of that stuff. But a normal comedian who wants to pursue comedy in Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, they do 5 shows in a day. Yes, this is true. Talk to any comedian in Bangalore, talk to any comedian in Delhi. When comedians come here and they ask us, open mic culture kaisa hai yahan pe, kaise karte ho? I say, bhai, हिंदी शो हम हफ्ते में एक बार करते हैं, इंग्लिश शो हम हफ्ते में 2-3 करें तो भाई लाइफ इज ग्रेट. 4 gigs a week, 5 gigs a week is a great week. वहाँ पे they do 5. Like for example in Bangalore, a comedian, if he goes to Koramangala, he'll go to all the comedy clubs, he'll do a set, tuck. If he's in HSR today, he'll do all of that, tuck. That's how it basically functions. If he's in Church Street, he'll do all the comedy clubs there. So you think about it. How much of practice are they getting on a daily basis while we are getting weekly basis? So that answers the question. So the growth over there is much faster. But it all comes down to how you write, how you perform, what you perform, what is your content, who is your audience, and all of that. All of these attributes are always going to be there. But in terms of actually reaching scale, heights, obviously it's going to be very difficult in India because of a sheer population. So many people there. Everybody wants to go.
How's the competition?
Where here?
In India.
In India, it's too much. Like for example, in Dubai, we might be having about 250 comedians. In Jayanagar 4th block, there'll be 250 comedians. Example, I swear. You know what I'm saying? It's and all of these 250 people are great. It's not that they're just there, like, they're all fighting, hustling, like Bollywood. It's as big as Bollywood. Not everybody will ever get a chance, but everybody's hustling, everybody's trying, everybody's doing whatever they can do best.
What do you think of Dubai? How's the competition here? Like, what's the culture?
Dubai culture is great. Dubai, there are a lot of rooms. We have very less Hindi, Desi comedy rooms.
Yeah.
We have more of English comedy rooms. It also has to do with producers opting to do English, because I'll tell you why. The culture for the Western expats is going out every day,
Yeah.
and maybe they're just chilling with friends, or they're going to a comedy show, or they're going bowling, or they're going to play pool, or anything of that sort. Example, this is example. Western culture, they want to go out every day. Desi culture is not going out every day. They'll probably go only on the weekends. Okay, they might come weekdays. So that's why commercially it doesn't make sense for a lot of producers to do Desi shows. Purely because there's the crowd who wants to go for shows is very less. I'm telling you, if I open for anybody, the huge people I've, alhamdulillah, I've opened for, very big comedians I've opened for, after the show they would come and ask me, hey, you know what? We would love to come for your show, yeah? When does it happen? मजाल एक आदमी भी आज तक आया हो. मजाल है किसी की. Not one person has come. Yeah, we'll come, bro.
सामने है तो we will come.
Busy today, yeah. I think one or two guys I can name a few who've come for my shows, for our shows in an open mic after coming in a big show. I can name one or two people, and they are friends now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They are friends because I mean, 2-3 लोगों
They
को
showed
नाम
that effort.
Yeah, they should, and plus 2-3 लोगों को नाम याद करने में ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता ना.
Yeah, that was great talking to you, Emaad. It was lovely, fun, and I love your energy.
Thank you so much, Junaid. Thank you so much. You had all the permission to call me by my name only for this hour. You are, yeah. I know we signed an entry letter that, okay, fine, Chacha, can I call you Emaad? And I said yes. After this, you address me as Emaad. You are, if you know what I'm saying. But jokes apart, it was great being in the sets with you. Inshallah, I pray for immense success. Inshallah, you're going to go heights.
Sure.
And I am privileged to be a part of this journey of yours in your initial days. Because inshallah, once you become huge, that time I need another interview. Huh? Because if you become whoever you become, wherever you become, inshallah, and you will become, and then you say, Chacha, today I don't have time. Or maybe you'll be like, Emaad, abhi time nahi hai. मैं बताता हूँ. एक मेरे manager से बात करो. All this I heard, the call will go to your dad. बच्चा अभी बिगड़ गया, बहुत बड़ा हो गया. But no, thank you so much for having me, man. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you guys for watching this till end. Make sure you guys subscribe to TBH with JJ on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok and Spotify.
Instagram, add me also. simply.simply.emaad. You will become... कैसा आदमी है यार? अपना ही रो रहा है. Simply.emaad. Follow me also. I need followers. I have 10 followers. I know all their names. I want more. 11, 12, 13.
Okay, make sure you guys follow him as well. And
as well,
and come to his show. Make sure you attend his show as well, especially the specials which is happening on in the
October
first week
5.
of October. Yeah, October 5.
yes.
So thank you guys for watching this till end. Thank you. Have a good time.